I remember back when I had the vision now. I gotta see it happen. It's action over acting. I'm not gonna be slacking. Try to keep the focus, but I keep getting distracted.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? So this has been quite a while. I'm here in the office right now, and I've just been working on follow-up this whole afternoon. Created some content for people that have visited open houses that I've had over the last month. One of the important things, just to give you guys a heads up as a real estate agent, especially when you're representing a seller, is you can't let go of the visitors that came to an open house. The follow-up has to continue. That really applies to every aspect of the business, but when it comes to open houses especially, people come in, they might have seen several open houses. Like this past Sunday was a really nice weekend, so they might have gone to 4, 5, 6, 7 open houses, maybe. And then people that are just curious sometimes, like they just came in to see because their cousin might have been talking about moving into the neighborhood or something like that, or maybe they are thinking about moving. Maybe this whole the current situation that we find ourselves in, maybe they want to downsize, maybe they want to stop renting and purchase the unit or the home that they came to see. So there are a lot of different variables when it comes to really just the human experience, the customers, the clients. So even though, let's say, my follow-up happens within hours of the open house ending, and then periodically after that at certain intervals that I have, depending on the person's interest, that is not just to try to see if that person is going to buy this house that they came to the open house. It's also to see what their current needs are, and are they somebody that's going to be interested in working with me now, or are they going to look to work with us in the future? So it's something that I've been very focused on here during this 2020, during this pandemic, quarantine, post-quarantine, whatever time period we're in now post-election, semi-post-election. There's a lot to be done, and the follow-up has been very, very key. Just throughout my career, I've noticed that you can generate leads, which is something that is taught, and something that you have to do on a daily basis, which is finding new customers from some source, right? Whether you're posting ads online, whether you're sending mailings around a specific neighborhood, or back when it was allowed, you'd be cold calling, or you'd be calling for sale by owners and expireds around particular neighborhoods, or the ones that were available, period. There are many different sources of lead generation to get new business, right? New business acquisition. But when people come in into your business, or into your email, or wherever they came in, and they have a specific need at that time, or maybe not so much, you have to follow up with them. I've had people that I've been following up for, with talking about 7 years. One buyer that I spoke to today, based on the current circumstances, they ended up spending their down payment, which is why they stopped answering my calls a year ago. They had things come up, and the reality of life caught up to them. So instead of just that person being somebody that, they can't work with me now, I put them into a system where I systematically communicate with them, and I try to provide them value. So for that particular person, what I did was I spoke to them about, okay, now you may not have the exact funds that you need in order to purchase a house, but let's get you in communication with one of the lenders that I work with, so that we can draw up a roadmap for you to be able to purchase a home at some point, right? Every client that I speak to, it may not be today that they should be buying or selling. Every single transaction, every individual has their own life going on, their own variables. So we keep that in consideration, and we try to find solutions for those problems. At the end of the day, that's how I get paid, right? There's a problem. The problem is either that you're looking to buy, you're looking to sell, you're looking to rent, you're looking to invest. How can we do that? How can we do that in a way that benefits you and your family at the highest level possible, right? So that's the service that I provide. I provide solutions to these problems. And each one of those different transactions has its own subset of issues, that we've gone into in the past and that we will discuss in the future. But that's just something that I want to share with you guys as part of what we do, right? The reason I started this vlog, if you even look back, if you check out my YouTube channel, the reason was to show like the not so glamorous side of real estate. And throughout the years, it's already been 3 years that I've been doing it. It hasn't been religious, it hasn't been all the time, but right now I'm kind of at the start of this this kind of journey. If you guys have followed me, you guys have seen that I was on 75 Hard. I kind of have something like that in place for my business and personal life right now. I'll get into that when I get into it. But this has been a very big portion, a very big part of what I've been doing over the last few months. And if you guys aren't aware, as real estate agents, because New York City is in a state of emergency, we can't just reach out to to random people like before. You can't do cold calling, you can't door knock, because that's obviously unsafe in the situation that we're in. So we have to do things that are in compliance with those rules and to keep our community safe, right? So it's a very interesting time, and we have to adapt, and that's why you'll see many different things that I'll be doing. If you guys are in my world, in my database, you'll be communicated to in different ways, whether it's this, you might even see this video in a newsletter at some point. There are different ways that I want to keep you informed and keep you aware of what's going on, of what I'm doing. Later I'm actually going to be doing a video about the current real estate market through October 31st. I know today's November 9th, but we'll get those numbers in a couple of days. I just want to kind of go over what's been actually going on. So those were my thoughts for right now. I think that gives you an idea of where I am in business, what I'm doing, and also that's something that maybe in your own business, if you're a business owner, you might have been able to take a nugget from that. So besides the prospecting, I was on a webinar today. I have over 4 pages of notes. And that's because we're always trying to learn, always trying to implement new things, always trying to help you guys out, our customers, our clients, our fans. Just try to provide as much value as possible, and that's what I'm here for. So at the end of the day, if you guys have any type of question, if you guys are curious about some facet of real estate, if you're thinking about getting into the business, if you want to know where you could refer people to, whether it's here in New York or outside of the state, I would love to discuss that with you guys in the comments. If you guys reply to me, you can DM me, you can text me at 917-982-8899. Please, I look forward to talking to you guys, and as always, I'm here for you, and take care.